Wow.
Hey.
I don't know who's
I
here.
can't see. We're the only ones here. We'll wait and see if people will show up.
Yeah, Susan's working today, right?
I think so. No, Susan. Can't even fire her today.
My gosh. Can you hear me a little bit better now today?
How much? Just take one. You can take this one. Just got to clean out all the trolls out of it.
I like it.
I'm not going to charge you for it. Here.
So my hubby got me flowers when I was sleepy.
Aww. That was nice of him.
I set my alarm because, like I said, I was up probably until 3 o'clock this morning, and I'm sure Jill and my sister got a great laugh because I was falling asleep literally in my chair. And my sister was talking to me, and I'm like coming up with random answers, and she's like, "You need to go to bed." But I got up at 8:30 this morning, so it's like, oh, I got to get a couple of cups of tea in me because I'm not going to function. Hi,
Hey, Jill.
I'm trying to figure out where I can put my phone so I can see things. Okay, so yeah, I woke up. My husband was gone. I'm like, where did you go? I'm thinking maybe he went out and got smokes or something. And when he came home, he had this bag, and he handed me a birthday card and then pulled out a dozen roses. And I'm like, oh, I love flowers.
Aww.
So I told him, I said, you know what, I prefer to get something. If you're going to get me something, a card is good enough. I don't need anything. So he said, oh, I never know what to buy you because you don't tell me anything. Sorry. Hi, Wilma. How are you?
You know what
So,
one of my presents was?
what was that?
Bug repellent.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my
Serious.
God.
This machine for mosquito repellent in you. It's supposed to make the mosquitoes go away because I always say I can't go outside because the mosquitoes are going to get me.
Oh, well, 1 year for Christmas, my husband asked me, he goes, what would you like for Christmas? I said, I don't know. I said it would be nice to get an egg slicer or something like that. So he went to the dollar store and bought me an egg slicer.
Oh, there you go.
He posted it on Facebook, and somebody made a comment, oh, I bet you were in the doghouse with that one. And he's like, no, that's what she asked for. I just wanted an egg slicer. That's
Hi,
all I
Wilma.
said. Yeah, so I made a
Everybody's
boo-boo.
wishing you happy birthday to you. My birthday's on Monday. You're older than me.
I know. I'm like, I asked my husband this morning. I said, "Am I retired yet?" I want to.
I'm not even sure how old she is. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Just turned 56.
56. How old are you, right?
53.
It broke.
No, you're not. You're not 53. You are not 53.
Uh-oh.
What do you
Someone.
mean?
I'm 49. You're not 53.
You're how old, Lizzie?
No, you're not.
I'm turning 54.
You're such a liar. You are not.
I'm 5 years older than you.
Yeah, 5 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, Mom. It's turning 54 How old are you, Lizzie?
Okay, she is true. I thought she was older.
God, I don't even want to remember how old I am. It's getting that bad.
I thought you were
From this
56.
point on, I don't know how old I am.
I thought you were 56.
What?
You know what?
Do I look like I'm 56, sweetheart?
Janae doesn't look like she's 56.
Oh,
You know
I
what, though?
know.
I'm going to be honest. I forget how old I am, too. My husband has to remind me my age.
Me
Just
too,
literally, I
sometimes.
can't remember.
I'm like,
I-
am I turning
Seven.
47 or 48? And then I get all depressed when I know my real age.
How old are you?
I'm 48 going to 49.
Oh, that's still young. You're still young. You're younger than me.
Almost 55. And going back to school. Good for you.
Ooh.
Awesome. We're gonna study.
Well,
What do you want to do?
online university, I think.
That's amazing.
What are you going for? What are you going to school for?
I don't
Lizzie?
know what it is. Not me. I'm talking about Wilma.
Oh,
She's in school. And she's 55.
you know, I thought about going to school, but I don't think I'm going to be doing. No, not now. I want to learn computer graphing.
You want to go for computer graphic?
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm not very computer illiterate. Let me just put it that way. So
Neither am I, though.
I'd like to be able to create like websites and
She's in
designing.
bachelor's in, is that sociology? That's awesome.
Wow. That, oops.
What are you doing over there? Quit crinkling
Wow,
paper.
that's amazing.
Right.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Lizzie, can you hear me better this time around, or am I still really faded out?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Probably can't hear me because my sister's making a racket over here.
Me and the bird.
You and the bird.
I'm gonna set this bird free.
No, don't.
Oh,
She
it's
took
fun
off out
having-
of there yesterday and she went into the living room. We're chasing her.
Aw. Poor little birdie. She'd have a lot.
I'm
lot of
not
room to fly
worried.
around, you know?
Yeah, I know, but the cat. I'm worried about the cat getting her.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was running after her because I'm like, oh my God, where's Marlo? Marlo likes to bring me presents. I'm sure he'd want to bring me that too.
So is Clem having to work
So
today?
you have a birthday.
Do you have any plans today?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called diamond painting.
Me too. I hope he'll let me when he gets home.
I have to,
I'm gonna
Catch
go
up.
home and bake.
What are you baking?
I'm gonna make a banana bread and a zucchini loaf.
Oh, I want a zucchini loaf for my birthday.
You
I
said you
love,
were working.
Yeah, but you can make it and bring it to me later.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it. That's my favorite. I don't know. One time I went to like a
Do
bake,
you want chocolate chips in it or just plain zucchini loaf?
just plain zucchini loaf.
Mm-hmm.
One time I went to this bake sale at where my sister lives. It's like a trailer park for older people.
Yeah.
you know? And oh my god, it was the best bikini bread I ever ate in my life. And I wish I knew who made it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, they don't even know where it is even. Could be in Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. I like
Thank you. I got it. I won it. It was my door prize at the retreat.
Oh, really?
what
Yeah.
what is it?
This is the thing.
This pen. It's like valued at $80 Canadian.
That's right. You were talking about that in your one of your videos.
How do you find, like, because it's so thick, does it speed up your
No.
work or slow it down, or can you continue with your precision and accuracy using the thickness of it?
I just like it fat now. I like them fat.
Do they have any ones that light up?
Probably.
I like my pins thick.
You like them wet, thick?
I'm thick, fat.
Yeah,
This one
me too.
is thick. My sister made this for me for Christmas.
I
The
wanted one. I wanted one so bad from Enabler's Outpost.
Yeah.
And all the pretty ones I was looking at in her cabinet thingy, I'm like, oh, I like that one. And I turned my head for a few seconds and someone snatched it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then there's this other one I really, really wanted and someone else snatched it. I'm like, I really have to learn how to just grab it.
Grab it and go.
So I didn't get any because the rest of them I didn't like. There's only 2 there that I liked and other people snatched it right away. And she was selling them for pretty good price, like for me,
Yeah.
without shipping, you know.
Well,
If I go again next year, I'll have to hurry up and grab one from her if she goes.
the keep me informed in that because me and my sister would like to go as a vendor.
Yeah, it hasn't come up yet, but I'll let you know when it does.
Yeah. But as diamond painters, and you should know this, Lizzie, we're crazy. We will just grab what we want and go, not even looking back.
That's what I should have did, but didn't. Well, she wasn't there, so I didn't want to like grab it and be like when she wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally agree with that.
It's the Canadian in me. It's the Canadian.
Well, you know, they say Canadians are so nice and polite. They haven't seen Canadians on highways and roads when they're you off.
That ain't true at all.
I know. I'm like, going home yesterday, I wanted to just slam dunk one of these cars that cut me off. I was like, are you serious? Where's the flyer? And what
The worst is Toronto.
Sir.
The 401 in Toronto, by Toronto, is the worst for that.
No. When we were there for those few days, I did not enjoy driving at all. And then I listened to my husband complain, oh, it's crazy driving out here. I'm like, hon, we're not in Toronto. You have no idea what craziness is. I'd like to. I'm kind of hoping that somebody will do a retreat here in Canada.
Well, I like the only problem with Canada too, though, is like say they did in Alberta or Edmonton or somewhere like that. I can't get there without flying and paying an arm and leg for a ticket.
You'd have to go around the lakes, either through Canada or through the States.
Yeah. That's why I like the Great Lakes Escape because it's so close to me, right?
Right.
It takes like 4 hours to get there and I'm there.
See, it would be nice though to have like a even if it was in Ontario somewhere, like the one that was being developed but never actually happened. Because it's fairly
I thought it'd be nice to do one in Niagara Falls.
yeah, kind of pricey, but yeah, that would be nice. That would be a nice place. Have to find a reasonable like hotel or something that people can go to.
Yeah.
But that would be actually quite nice because um, during off time when people are diamond peaking, they can go down to the fall. That would be a good idea. Why do I always pick up from the back end?
It's right there by the border to New York State.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it would be easy access for a lot of people down in the States. And even if they were to fly in, it Niagara Falls is only a few-hour drive from the airport.
They could go to Hamilton. That's
Yeah.
another thing. Like Hamilton's the closest airport, I think.
Yeah, Hamilton would be a closer airport. And they wouldn't have to go through hell trying to get to Niagara Falls off of the QEW.
Probably the best place would be actually Toronto. And one of those hotels that have shuttles from the airport.
Yeah, that would be also too a good idea. Well, we could take like a group drive down to Niagara Falls if everyone wanted to go.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be actually Toronto, it'd be like Mississauga.
Yeah,
Like the airport's in Mississauga.
I still don't get how they can get away with calling it an international airport. Because they close the airport down at, I think Rick said around 11 or midnight for incoming or outgoing traffic.
I don't know. I've only been there a couple of times to drop off Courtney.
Oh, that airport's that airport's crazy.
Tijuana, how are you?
Hello, Tijuana. How are you? Well, I told
So
my
I'm
husband.
Yeah, go ahead.
I told my husband that I need a cane or a walker
Why?
because that way I can get seniors discounts and other little benefits if I look like a little old lady. He goes, I don't think so. But I do know that if I go down to the States, I do now qualify for their seniors discounts.
Apparently at Shoppers you too.
Yeah.
There's one day in Shoppers if you're over 50.
Really? I'll have to
Yeah,
do that.
my granddaughter's crying. My granddaughter's mad.
Why?
I don't know.
So is Glenn working today?
He's doing training
Ah,
for the stand-up the stand-up lift.
yeah.
So he's doing that.
So tell him that he's
Not
that
why they doing it on a Saturday. What?
tell him I'm thinking that he's training for a stand-up comedian.
Stand-up comedian.
Yeah. He's funny.
He has its moments.
So have you
Could
done
be funny.
anything, Lizzie, on your 3D printer?
What about my 3D printer?
Have you done anything with that?
Pretty much only the same stuff we've been doing this whole time. The only new thing I have done is Bella Art and Nicole has a file on Thingiverse that if you have a 3D printer, you can download one of her trays.
Oh,
It's not her famous tray like this,
right.
but it's this one. And it has a lid that we did too, and a stopper.
Oh, no.
And we did it in, this is the changeable one if you, like if it's hot, it turns pink. If it's cold, it goes purple. So, but the only thing is my printer made it rough in the inside of the tray, and I don't know why. And the thing about mine, see, when you, wish that bird would shut up. If you make multiple prints or whatever, it
Right.
leaves a mark on the glass, and it's really hard to get off. And then if you make another print, it transfers onto the print. Because I
Oh.
can see that it's there from other stuff we printed. That
Okay.
annoys me. But like, say if you were to like go to like make this a business and invent a tray, right, and promote, like do it for selling, you'd have to probably buy different plates so
Oh.
that every plate you use is the same one, so you don't get that mark, right?
Right.
That's what I'm assuming. That's why they have multiple printers.
That would make sense.
But we only have one printer, so you can see, I can see the outline of the owl on the back here. But, you know, I'm not making them to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
My sister last night showed me she's making Harry Potter ones into diamond painting pins.
What is it?
They're molds
Harry
to make Harry Potter ones. She's going to start doing that and making them into pins, diamond painting pins.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I told her, you know, she hasn't done it yet, but she's got the molds and everything. And I told her, I said, well, just make one and see how it turns out. And if it looks good, then, you know, go for it. Make them and see what happens. But she's into that
bird.
Harry Potter stuff. So.
I cover the bird.
Oh, it keeps the bird quiet, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm tricking it that it's nighttime. It's nighttime.
Come to bed.
She'd be like, hey.
Come on. Come on.
So I got my painting sideways now
Yeah.
because I can't fit it all on my desk because this is humongo.
Huh.
That's the thing with your paintings. They're all huge. I'm like, what the heck? So I feel like I'm going to do these 2 rows and then be done with it and then continue on the other end. I think that's my plan. I think it's a good plan.
Yes. Sounds good to me.
Have
Have you ever thought about doing a pool noodle with your big paintings?
Huh?
Have you ever thought about rolling your baked beans on a poop noodle and sticking it underneath your desk?
No, I've never
I think
thought of doing that.
How did you make this?
So,
My desk is up against the wall. Huh? One of them I got from Billy, and the other one I got from Berta.
That's cool.
It's just a brooch, and they take it off and put a magnet on it.
Then do you put the diamonds in?
Well, you buy the brooch like that.
Oh,
I've seen them at Hobby Lobby.
so Lizzie, I figured out something. The you know how the comments have been shut off?
Yeah,
You have to physically go back into the live and turn them back on.
yeah, I know. But the
And
thing is, why do they turn off?
well, and that's the thing. I don't understand that because I noticed that with my video, it was turned off, and I'm like, I did not turn these off. So I went back in, turned them back on. But it's like, that's retarded.
I don't know why it's doing it. It just happens once in a while.
So
And it drives me absolutely cuckoo bananas. Cuckoo bananas.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
the
gonna go.
C word?
Yeah,
I have the C word, so I have to be very slow and don't think I will finish anything. Oh, no, bad because I didn't get it. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know what that meant.
I don't know what it means. What does it mean?
Something bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's terrible.
So I bought, I should say, the paintings are in production right now, and I got to pick out all of the symbols.
Yeah,
It's
you
funny.
said that.
Had no idea that I could pick out the symbols, so they told me to pick out 60 of them. And so now I'm just waiting for them to tell me that they're done, so I can pay for the shipping and get them out here. And I also heard something that
wow,
Hannah
these are cool.
released some of her images to the public for public domain.
Who is?
Hannah Lynn.
Oh, really?
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of doing, like, a lot of your paintings are just landscapes? Have you thought about doing anything other than landscapes?
Yes, I'm currently looking for either trying to find some mystical or gothic images, and there's a few other artists that have
I like
allowed.
girls with big eyes.
Yeah, see the I don't remember her name, but she has one the images like the sugar skulls and stuff with big eyes. I don't remember her name though. Griffin, I think is the last name. And some of her images, I've got some of her images, so I'm going to be putting those in production too, but you're going to be able to find those images probably in other diamond painting stores because they're also open to the public. But I have been looking because I want to get more of a variety besides just landscapes.
I
Well, I looked at this one site that was an art agency, and I stumbled on this one artist, and I'm like, oh my god, these are so cute, and I was really excited, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to contact this agency, see if I can work with this artist. As soon as I saw the artist name, I'm like, yeah, no, that ain't going to happen. It turned out it was Spangler.
oh,
And that's Diamond Art Club. So I thought, no, that ain't going to happen. Oh, but
but
oh my
is he
God,
but is he exclusive to Diamond Art Club?
well, the thing about going through an agency is that when you put money into it, you might have access to all of their artists, or you might only have access to a few. So I have reached out to a couple of them to see if we can discuss possible or a possibility of working together. One of the sites, the one that has these really beautiful Gothic, mystical artwork, when you read the part where it says contact us, and in bright red letters it says, please allow 4 to 6 weeks for a reply. And I'm like, seriously? That's a long time. It's like, okay. But I still would like to work with a couple of their artists because, wow, are they ever good. And I don't think any of them are on, no, one is with Diamond Art Club, but it's only the one. Really good artist.
Well, I know that Wrangle Spangler does it for, puzzles and, he just doesn't do diamond painting. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to reach out to them. That one there, I'm still waiting for them to contact me because I have reached out to them. There's a couple of other places I'd like to work with.
he's another one of my favorites.
Who?
Wrangle Spangler, but I only have 2 paintings of his.
Yeah.
I completed one. It's just that Diamond Art Club I think I'm just so cheap. I just don't want to pay $100 Canadian or more. And I'm thinking a lot of people pay that for, but I just can't do it. I don't know why. I just can't do it.
I think it's getting pricey. I mean, I noticed that Treasure Studios art prices have gone up.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's hard to get from them too. It's super high.
Expensive. Now, you still have to wait 6 weeks for them to
Yeah.
put it together and then ship it out?
Yeah.
See, to me, that's what I'd like to avoid is I don't want people to have to wait if they want to buy something. It should be produced, but then again, I can understand too because of the space that it takes to have to store them.
And the reason why the space to do it, plus you can get it in any size you want. It's not limited to one size.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's one of her advantage. Well, I don't know if it's really an advantage, but that's one thing that she does offer. But you wait a heck of a long time for your painting.
Yeah, because I think one time I waited 10 weeks. And once they arrived, it was great, but I thought, that's a long time. I mean, that's like ordering from AliExpress.
Mm-hmm. Longer sometimes than
Yeah.
AliExpress.
Well, I guess whoever they go through to manufacture must have other people besides,
Oh, obviously, right?
yeah, because of the long wait. Stuck together
Like
here.
all of them, like you don't know. It could be the same factory making Diamond Art Club that makes friggin' Craftably. We don't know. We
Exactly.
don't know who does it.
Well, and they're all starting to come out with the short-lit canvases and stuff. I wish TSA would come out with a short-lit.
I wish TSA had better canvases. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, their canvases fray a lot.
Yeah, but I do I love Lizzie Falcon, and she is with
Yeah.
Treasure City Works.
It's too bad I can't get the leaf out, but
Yeah.
I don't want to step on toes, so
Mm, I don't
but
blame you.
hopefully I can find something like that. I know what is
You don't need drama if you don't have to get it.
what was that?
I think you don't need drama if you can avoid it.
Exactly. And I don't want people, oh look, she's copying so and so. I don't want that.
No.
But I'm hoping to get, like I said, it would be nice to get a variety of different artists.
But it
and
also
art.
costs money, right? It also costs money, so you have to be careful. Because you're just starting up.
And it's hard, to try and, I don't know. I would love to get a better variety, but once we get our taxes, that's saga still going on. We'll be able to apply for a variety of different grants to help get us off the ground. It's the advertising that I want to do, but I can't. We can't do it. It's just too expensive. And for a new company, we're the only ones putting the money into this. We haven't gotten any type of financial help, so
That's right.
so I talked to
Where's everybody in chat?
there's it looks like everyone's gone.
They're quiet. I would have baked you a cake, but I don't like to bake.
Tijuana's still here. Oh, Wilma's still here too. She's diamond pink.
Yay!
So I'm going to be doing a for everyone that's in chat, and this will be in this live. I'm going to
Okay.
be doing a giveaway for $50.
For how much?
For $50 gift card.
Woo! I'm jealous.
So, well, you're in there too.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to play.
I'm trying not to sleep. Oh no.
Just wait a little bit longer to see if more people join in. Maybe I'd scare everybody away when you put special guest Lizzie.
No, I think it's me because I haven't really done videos. I really need to get, now that I've got all the ordering and all the preparation done, now I can start concentrating on videos again.
There you go.
So I'm gonna, I was doing this video, I don't know, I haven't edited it yet. on another storage container that I got off of Amazon. What a disaster. I opened up the box, the thing was broken. I go, no. I think I can super glue it and fix it, but
Oh, really?
yeah, that one of the handles broke. The box was kind of destroyed on one side, and I thought, oh boy. So when I opened it, I thought they packed it pretty good. So, but when I got to the one drawer, one of the bottom drawers, the handle was broken. So I'm gonna see if my hubby can work some magic with some super glue and glue it back together. I don't want to ship it back. I really don't think it's necessary. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I saw that. I thought, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What are you tapping on there?
My drill separator. My it's like the 310s seem to be stuck together. So
Yeah, Clem's complaining about that on his painting too.
yeah, they're stuck together, and I don't know how, if it's the bagging process that they go through when they do that, because not only there's two colors in this kit that are stuck together that are paint. The rest of them aren't like that, but I'm also wondering about the static. How do they become so staticky?
I think it's from putting them in bags.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's something to do with
But I
the
don't
bag.
know. I think the bag's creating it, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Wilma says her 310s are great. So there you go.
Oh, awesome. What was I going to say? Oh, we're getting the peel away label stickers for our inventory sheets. So now we get the sticker the sticker labels.
Yay.
Got those. So those were confirmed. There's a few other things that. Oh, the other thing that was confirmed, but I'm not. It's going to be a surprise. So you all the affiliates, you, Maritza, and Grace, I'm going to have to get together with all three of you so that you understand why we did what we did. So that way it can be explained better. I hope. But that's going to be a secret until they're actually unboxed. So okay. I can't tell you about it. But I've told you. You know about it.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know a secret. I know a secret, and you guys don't. No, just joking.
Yeah, the samples, because I got to pick them, thank God. I tried to make sure that they weren't the symbols that look the same. So I got 1 through 9. I did not pick the capital B or the capital D because I didn't want it confused with the number 8. Because I've had that problem in other kits in the past. And I'm like, this is crazy. You put a D and an 8 or a D and a B together, or an 8 and a B together, and sometimes it looks like an 8 and an 8. So
what's the biggest number? Like, how many did you do? Like, for color wise, like in the kits, like.
I know one of them is there's one kit that has 47 colors.
47. This one has 46. So.
And I believe there's one that has 52.
Nice.
Not sure which one has the 52, but I know that there's one that's got over 50 in it.
I put my stickers right by the thing, and I made a big mistake because I can't see the symbol. Why did I put the sticker there when I kitted this up? I don't know why I put the sticker there.
This fall. Maybe. Figure out one of those. Oh. I gotta vacuum my floor. Oh my god, I got drills all over the place.
I vacuumed yesterday because we cleaned out the bird, and then we had to put up these wood. Like we got this wood from work, and we put it up on the wall because this room's so small, and Clem's chair keeps on rubbing against the wall and is peeling the paint.
Oh no.
So we put the wood there so that the chair, if it hits it, it's not gonna ruin the paint anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did yesterday, and I vacuumed because I had, oh my god, underneath my desk was a full. Oh my goodness. The amount of things I drop.
Oh yeah.
Is incredible. I can't believe this bird stays quiet with her covered. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, you want to keep them quiet.
Now I know when I film, I have to put the sheet on her, and then she'll be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I'm done filming, take it off.
She probably gives you the evil eye. How dare you put me to sleep? I got rain down here and she's all sprawled out on the floor. She's laying on top of my yoga mat. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Just before this, I was huffing and puffing because I went downstairs because I told my daughter to clean the litter box. And of course, she didn't when I told her to. And then I said, well, I got to go down and do it. At the state of that litter box, it made me mad. Like, she's going to get a lecture from me when she gets home because she wanted this darn cat, and the amount I had to, like, scrape, and I had to wash it. And now I don't have enough kitty litter to put back in. I had some, but not. It still needs to be a little bit more.
right.
So now I'm going to have to go get kitty litter. I'm mad. But I had to do that. So she's gonna hear a lecture from me.
I like cats, but I don't like having to clean up after them. The smell just makes me gag.
I know. I don't like it. And once I start smelling it, I get angry.
Yeah, it takes over your house if you're not careful.
Yeah. So I had to wash it all, clean it all up. Marlo probably thanks me.
Well, yeah, because eventually they'll just go outside the box because it's too full.
Yeah.
That's my son did that. He had a stray cat that he decided to bring home, and she was cute. I really liked her, but he wouldn't. I'm like, you don't have to make sure she gets fed. You know, clean her box, make sure that her box is nice and clean. And yeah, that lasted about a week. And then I ended up having to take care of her.
And that's the thing. When she goes to college, I have to assume the role. She can't take the cat to college with her.
No. Well, that's now. Is she in a dorm or renting a room or something?
She's in a dorm.
Dorm.
Apparently, the school has a pet cat, but it's an outdoor cat that the school kind of adopted. And it's even gone to the vet and everything. But it lives pretty much around the greenhouses and stuff at the college.
Mm-hmm.
But I never saw it, but I'm sure Alyssa will end up seeing the cat. there. But on our tour, we didn't see the cat. But we were told about the cat. So yeah, I said Alyssa will be sneaking the cat into the dorm.
That's true.
Telling Alyssa.
Oh boy. Yeah, I
So
go ahead.
what else is new? What else is new?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Not much other than I've been trying to get, like I said, go on different agency sites so that I can try and get some more artists, different artwork. Um, that's about, and working. We're heading into our year end here pretty soon, and in October it's going to get crazy nuts again. Not looking forward to it. But I'd rather be busy and work, with work than sitting around trying to think, what can I do next?
So, how old's your son?
I have two boys. One lives in Mississauga.
Oh, in Ontario.
Yeah, he's still in Ontario, and he's going to be, or he just turned, I should say, I believe 31.
Is he married?
No. And my youngest is going to be 30 in September.
And he lives with you or no?
He lives in Winnipeg, but no, he doesn't live with me. I have two grandbabies. I have my
Oh, I
youngest
didn't
son.
know that.
Yeah, he has a boy and super sweet. He's autistic though. I mean, my youngest son is autistic, but he's a high functioning autistic Asperger. So he you communicate with him. He can work. He's pretty self sufficient on his own, but he can't multitask. There's just no multitasking with him. But his son is really autistic. I mean, he can't speak. What is that?
It's my phone.
Oh,
Someone's calling.
yeah. So my grandson, his name's Troy, and he's super sweet. But like I said, he can't communicate with you. And then I have a granddaughter. I've never seen her, unfortunately. She's from my oldest son, and the girl or the mother, she won't let my son have any access to her. So apparently she moved out of Toronto. I don't know exactly where she moved to, but the one picture that we do have of her, she looks just like my son. So I know it's his, but yeah, she won't give him access to her. And we don't know why. She just won't do it. And like he's offered to pay child support, and all that stuff, but she refuses. She doesn't want child support. She just doesn't want him part of this girl's life, which I think is one unfair and sad, because eventually this young girl, she's going to figure it out or find out that her dad was never around because he wasn't allowed to. He wants to be a part of her life.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know her name. And the only reason why we got a picture of her is because one of the mother's friends, who's a friend of my son's, sent him the picture.
Oh.
So it's just frustrating because we don't understand what happened. You know, she just, after she had the baby, she just basically told him she doesn't want any communication with him. She doesn't want him involved. Nothing.
That's sad.
It is, and I feel sorry for him because he really wants to be a part of this young girl's life. But I told him, I said, she'll eventually find out or figure it out. And, don't be surprised if one day she finds you and,
Mhm.
and you will be somewhat reunited at that point. I said, it might take years before that happens.
Yeah.
But we're trying to convince him to move up here to Winnipeg. But he's just not really, he wants to make sure that if he moved up here to Winnipeg, he would be making as much money as he makes there in Toronto. I don't know if that would happen because Toronto has better wages.
Mm-hmm.
And, I told him he really needs to look into it. And I said, because the price of living here in Winnipeg is a lot cheaper than Mississauga and Toronto.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, well, it's awful that we don't have any access to her. We have absolutely no idea how she's doing, nothing. And I would love to see her. Definitely, if he had gotten access to her or eventually does get access to her, that's the first thing I want to do is fly out there to see her because she's just a doll. The pictures that we had or have of her, she looks just like him. And she was about, I think, 9 months old when those pictures were taken. So, but again, I have no idea what happened and why she doesn't want. She
And this is
doesn't
your son from your son that lives in Ontario?
Yeah, this is my son in Ontario. These two, the mother and my son, they were roommates for 3 years. And they were in a relationship for a small period of time. And then once she got pregnant, everything started changing. It was like, wow.
I'm gonna go to the washroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, I would really like to see her, but I get to see Troy once in a while, not all the time, because my youngest son, he only gets weekends with him, and he's quite the little handful, even though he's autistic and he doesn't really communicate well. He's a little handful, that one. I believe he's 6 years old, but just a doll. There. So your granddaughter lives 2 minutes from you. Oh, that's lucky. I wish my grandson lived closer. He doesn't live very close. It's about a 25-minute drive. Oh my God. Well, I am so sorry to hear that. that's wrong. I don't know. I don't think that parents, even if they're your kids, they sometimes, I think, this is just my opinion based on my kids, but um, sometimes they don't take in consideration that regardless of the situation, they still shouldn't, tell you that you can't see your grandchild, regardless. I just don't think that's right. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's not right.
No, it isn't.
Especially if she has it under control and it's,
Yeah, it would be different if it was in a situation where the child might be put in danger, but I don't see how that would be. I mean,
no.
I don't know. My son's boy, Troy, when he was first born, they got in they got in a few big fights, and I had to pick him up on all days Christmas because she had kicked him out. And when he called me, he had a really bad cold, and the whole fight started because he was still in bed. He didn't feel good, and she was frustrated because um, she had a 2-year-old out from another relationship, and then I think Troy was around maybe 5 months old because he was born in September. So because he wouldn't get out of bed, and he told her that, listen, I'm not feeling good, she kicked him out. And then when I went to go pick him up, he was in a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, no socks, no gloves, no coat, no head, like tooth or anything. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She kicked you out like this. And he goes, yeah. So anyway, to make a long story short, she told my son David that I could not see Troy. And for over a year, I couldn't see him because of their dispute. And I'm like, what is it? Why is it that I'm being punished? That makes sense, And then with COVID, I couldn't see him during that period either. So last time I saw him before this year, he was only like
So are they back together again?
No, thank God. No, 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 no. She has a serious issue with marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
And he is like trying to get custody of Troy, but I don't think that he would ever get it. I don't believe that the courts would grant him custody because he's autistic. Even though he's functioning, he's able to take care of himself. I still don't see the courts giving him the, custody, full custody of him. But yeah, the mother, she doesn't work, and he pays child support. And it's not government. The government has no idea that my son's paying her every 2 weeks around $150 to $200. And I told her, you really
she isn't claiming it on her welfare.
Because she doesn't want to lose any money.
Yeah.
But then this last incident that happened with her, my son was dating another girl, and she was telling him that he couldn't date her, and if he did, he couldn't see his son. I'm like, are you kidding me? And he goes, oh no. I said, you need to put a stop to that. I mean, you really need to stop, get her to stop doing this. I said, she's not in control of your life. She can't tell you what you can and cannot do. So he told her that if she continues to do this, because basically my son and his new girlfriend broke up, and I think a lot of it was because of the situation. And he went out, told her, he says, you know what, if you keep this up and every time I go out on a date with somebody, I'm going to try to get custody of Troy, and I am going to let them know that I'm paying you under the table. That pretty much put the thing on that, a halt with her, but I don't understand that. It's like, where do you get the right to tell who they can date and who they can't date, or who they can bring over and who they can't bring over?
Yeah.
And so he's in a situation where he's got an ex that's trying to control him, and he has absolutely, he's trying to be nice. He doesn't want to be nasty or mean. But I told him, I said, in this case, you're going to have to start cracking the whip and just tell her, listen, you can't do this. It's not like you were telling her that she can't date somebody, and then he found out later that she was dating somebody that was a child molester. And I thought, oh, great. That's all we need. But her social worker found out that this guy was a convicted child molester, and she was told either leave the relationship or lose your kids. So she left the relationship. Just off the wall stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah. But I know my youngest son right now, he's really happy, even though he's not in that relationship anymore. He's just happy being a dad. He likes to do things with his son, and he's got a lot of things with him. I'm proud of him for that, because with him being autistic too, I thought when he told me that his girlfriend, they were dating at the time, was pregnant, and I thought, oh boy, how is this going to work out? And he's actually just super good with him.
Well, that's good.
So yeah, I'm really proud of him, because having to deal with an autistic child like Troy, oh my gosh, when he goes into his outbursts, it's hard. It's really hard to try to settle them down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I should post pictures of him. He's just a doll.
Your grandson?
Yeah. He finally, I think this last year, and I was almost in tears because he's never been able to recognize me until just recently. And I walked into the apartment, and his face, when he looked at me, his face lit up, and of course, his hands would start shaking. He got up and ran up to me, and I'm like, oh, because he's never done that before. And I was really happy that finally he's recognized me. He knew who I was. Then, of course, he wanted me to take him down to the pool. And I'm looking at my son. I'm like, he wants to go to the pool. And he's like, go. And I'm like, but he wants to go to the pool. And the way he tells us that he wants to go to the pool is he'll go into the bedroom, he'll grab his swim trunks, and he'll hand them to you. Well, my son lives in a building that has a really nice indoor pool. And I told him, I said, well, he wants to go. He says, no, he's got to do, he's got to eat his lunch, and then you got to wait an hour, and so on. And I'm like, well, can we bypass the lunch and let him, he's his mom. You don't understand. When he's in the pool, he wants to stay there for hours. Okay.
Yeah.
He does. He loves being in the pool. But yeah, he's just a sweetheart. But it's nice, being a grandparent. It's really nice to have your grandchild. You can play with your grandchild, do things with your grandchild, but then you can also give them back to their parents and say, okay, see you later. I try not to give sugar to your child, but sorry, it's a little hyper now. Oh,
Yeah, well, I don't have that privilege. She lives here.
oh yeah, your granddaughter lives with you.
I can't give her back.
Aw.
So her new thing is she comes in here and she wants to go on my phone. And I have my phone on my little stand, like this stand here,
Yeah.
right? So she wants to sit on my lap and watch TikToks, okay? This is her
Okay.
new thing. And she knows how to get to the TikToks on my phone and everything.
Okay.
But she goes from one to the other and then back and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And she doesn't watch the whole thing, just segments of it. And if it makes her laugh, she'll laugh. And then she'll keep on going back and get, and it's like, it drives you absolutely bonkers. And I'm like, let's watch the whole thing. Nope, she won't watch the whole thing. She just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, ay. My head hurts. She'll see something that she thinks is so funny. She'll laugh, and then she'll go back, and then she'll go back again.
Yeah.
That's her new thing. Then she doesn't want to leave, and then
Yeah.
I'll let her take my phone for a little bit, just so that she'll leave me be for a minute, because my head is pounding from her playing them back and forth, like annoying. Back and forth on the same video. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna change it.
Help.
Nope.
Yeah, my husband does that sometimes. He'll be watching a video and playing it back and forth, and I'll look at him like, do you mind? Once is enough. You don't have. No, but I got to see it over and over. No, you don't. But then my husband's a big child, so
She doesn't even watch the whole clip though. It's only like the first few minutes that makes her laugh, and then she'll go to another video, and then she'll go back to the same thing, and it plays over again.
oh my.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yesterday, the other day there's two cockatiels,
Yeah.
and they're in a car, and it was like a hospital mask or whatever, the mask we've been wearing. They had it strapped on the hook, so it was like a little canopy, and they were sitting in them.
Uh-huh.
And the car was going, and it was playing music, and then she thought that was the funniest thing ever, seeing those birds.
Yeah.
And she was back and forth. I forget what song it was playing. They had a song playing on it too, and she just loved that darn video. I can hear her running in the living room right now. Her little feet.
Oh, Wilma, it's the greatest feeling when you know that child, or even if it's a young adult, that they actually are able to express how they feel about you. Because an autistic child, they have a hard time expressing themselves. At least my son does. And I noticed that Troy's the same way. He doesn't have a lot of different expressions. And when they come up to you and give you a hug, or like you said, say that they love you, it melts your heart, because it's a very random thing that they're able to express. And yeah,
Mhm.
I was just really happy just to know that my grandson recognized me. Um, he can't say anything, but still, that feeling was it was amazing.
How old is he now?
Troy's 6.
6.
Yeah, and my son was told that Troy would never be able to live on his own. He would have to be put in a home. But they're trying, like my son's trying to, um, he's trying to get him prepared. Like he's in school right now, and he's really trying hard to work with him with words and stuff. But like I told him, I said, the one thing that's the most important is just to be there for him and make sure that he knows that you're there for him. And just just be patient. They take a lot of patience. And he, like I said, I'm so proud of him and how he takes care of him. He's such a good dad.
Right.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. It's I find that with most autistic children, even or adults, even if they're high functioning, they don't have the ability to express themselves. But David used to, if he was trying to tell you something or wanted you to do something for him, his way of getting our attention and to express himself, he would hit us. He would literally slap us, not in the face or anything, but like across the leg or across our arms. And then he would literally walk me over to what he was trying to show me or tell me. And that was his for the first, um, from age 3 to age 6, was his only way of being able to communicate with me. But as he got older, he was able to start developing one word sentences or 2 word sentences. It took a while, but he's gotten to the point now where, he can have a full blown conversation and you wouldn't really know that he was autistic. We had a lot of in house, um, I want to say training, but it's not training. Where they come into your home and they help with
Mm-hmm.
therapy. He had very weak um, hand, like he couldn't use a pair of scissors because he couldn't coordinate it. Um, you know, it also we found out when he was 3 years old that he was really farsighted. So I mean, the poor kid couldn't see anything. But when we got glasses for him, it was brought a whole different world to him. He had absolutely no idea, what was going on in the world. We had no idea that he was that bad as far as his sight was concerned. And that's the hard part too of having an autistic child. You don't know until you get to a point where it's like, okay, something's not quite right, but we can't figure it out. And yeah, we found out that he was really farsighted. Um, at one point, we thought David was deaf because um, I would literally have to make a loud noise to catch his attention. But it turned out
Yeah.
it was just at that time we didn't know he was autistic. So yeah, I used to have to when he was in a high chair, he would hyper focus on like the TV that was on because his older brother was watching cartoons or something, and I literally have to take the spoon and hit it as hard as I could on the table, so it would snap him out of focusing on the TV, and he'd focus on me. Oh, okay, I guess I'm supposed to eat, you know. So we didn't find out until, well, he was tested when he was 4, but it came out inconclusive. So they couldn't tell me that he was autistic, but they couldn't tell me he wasn't. And then he was tested in grade 9, and that's when I found out that not only was he autistic, but he also has Asperger's. I'm like, great. I just started crying because I had no idea what Asperger's was. And
I don't even know what it is.
Asperger's
I don't
is
know.
like, it's the opposite side of the spectrum of autism. So there are high functioning autistic Asperger, and Asperger is a condition where you can't multitask. You physically have to finish what you're doing before going on to another task. So when he went from grade school into high school, he didn't do well because he couldn't go from one class to the next without being able to finish what he started in the first class. So that's when we got him evaluated because the school couldn't figure out why he was like that. And I told him, I said, listen, all I can tell you is that he had been evaluated at a children's hospital in Washington State, but they couldn't give me an exact diagnosis because it was inconclusive. So they went ahead and checked him out or sent him to a psychologist to do the educational, psychological, not the psychological, educational side of this report. And this psychologist decided to do the psychological on top of it. He wanted to see, and that's when we found out he was Asperger. So it's just, he had to give me an example, like Bill Gates is a classic high-functioning autistic Asperger. So he said basically they can do one thing and one thing really, really good. And they can't stop focusing on that one thing. Great. My kid's focus is video games. So, like, no, I don't want video game specialists. But he works for he's a manager actually for our supervisor for a filtering company that makes filters for hospitals and buildings.
Oh wow,
Keep the air clean. So
that's good.
he graduated. Well, I sent him to the States to go to school in high school. After we found out he just had a difficult time we were in Mississauga at the time, and he was just struggling. And I finally just contacted his dad, and I said, listen, he needs to go down there. You're going to have to sit down with the school district there and see if they have any programs. And sure enough, when he went down there, they had a program set up for him. So he was still in the high school, and he still had to go to multiple classes, but he had a support system where he couldn't get in Mississauga. And he went from like F's and D's from Mississauga to A's and B's when he went down to go to school there with his dad. So he did pretty well. And he's, like I said, he's able to do the majority of what everybody else, and he's got a driver's license. He lives on his own. So, it's possible for these high functioning autistics to be able to live on their own. And I can't be more proud of him. He worked so hard to get where he is, and he continues to do that. So
That's awesome.
I'm like his little cheerleader. Like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And he's like, okay, Mom, You've embarrassed me enough. But he was really proud because he got his driver's license in the States. And then back up here, he didn't renew his driver's license up here, so he had to take the written test. He passed that with 100%. I was very proud of him. And now he's just waiting to do his road test.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I actually took Alyssa yesterday to go get her G1.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised because he told me after he took the test, he told me that in order for him to do the road test, they had to make an appointment, and it's way out in November. Like, I hope there's no snow on the ground. Nothing like taking your road in the snow. So I'm going to be working with him so that he can get comfortable with our car, so he can take it for his road test.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's driven it before. I let him drive to his girlfriend's house, which is about an hour drive from here. And he did really well, but I had to keep reminding him, don't get too close to the side. You know, you need to stay closer to the yellow line than you want to be on the white line, but don't get too close. And he's like, okay, Mom, you're making me nervous. I'm like, okay, sorry, I'll shut up now.
My kids say that I make them nervous when I teach them how to drive.
Yeah, I think because you're sitting in the passenger side, everything looks like they're literally on the white line, and they're technically not. But yeah, I just told him, I said, we're going to have to start working with you in the city so that when you can parallel park and do all. His mom, I don't like parallel parking. I said, I don't think anyone does, but you have to do it.
I avoid it like the plague.
So do I. It's like I hate doing this.
I can't drive into the spot. I ain't parking there.
That's how I feel. But unfortunately, there's times where you don't have that choice. You have to park parallel. I'm like, oh, nobody be behind me. It might take me 20 minutes. So you might want to go around. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we make them nervous. And I don't think it's intentional at all. It's just that you want to make sure that, they're aware of their surroundings, especially with some of those drivers out there these days. Oh my God.
Yep.
I had, how you get to a four-way stop? And I stopped. The car that was in front of this truck that was going across the intersection, they left. Somebody turned because it was their turn, and then it was my turn, and that truck that had pulled up after the one car started taking off, and I'm looking at him like, well, what the heck? I was here first. He gave me the finger. I'm like, seriously? Drivers just drive me insane. That's why I couldn't live in the state.
I don't think you know what four-way stop means.
Yeah, I've seen people not even stop. They just go right through the stop sign. And I told my sister, I said, I could never live in the States now. I would have to carry a shotgun. And she's like, oh no. I would get road rage just way too fast in the States. The driving down there is just horrible. So I'd make my husband drive it.
That whole section.
So how much do you have done now?
I said a lot, trust me.
I don't think I've quite got past it. If I get this small section on the bottom done, I'll be done. I'll be halfway done.
I don't even think it. I think when I get this section done, I'll be halfway done.
Yeah. The
This
section that you
next
just finished,
No, the next one.
or the next section.
This one right here.
Oh, good. I have a chance to catch up. I just get when I get home from work, I just am too tired. So I
I've
start to
just been going. I've been going nuts on this lately.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying doing it. That's for sure.
I'm really enjoying this one. It's not, it's got the confetti in it, but it's not that bad confetti.
Yeah, this one too.
I don't mind having confetti in my paintings, but not to the point where you're pulling your hair out. It's like, okay, just give me some color blocking, just a little. I'll be happy. But I haven't been using my multi-placer at all in this, so.
See, this one I have been, and then over here on the yellow part, I kind of noticed that I did it. I don't like how you can diamond paint and you notice it.
Mm-hmm.
That drives me mental. You can't notice it when you're looking, but from the side view you can notice it. How crooked I
Right.
am there. I'll have to fix it.
What drives me insane is that I'll be working in one color, and then it's like, oh, I can't. I think I'm done, so I put it away, only to find a cluster that I completely did not see.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh, drives me.
I don't think any diamond painter will actually do all of the same color without having to go back. If they do that, then I guess they're experts. Because I know I can't. I always find something.
There are some colors that I can fill in that I'm okay with, but I would say 90% of the time, I've always missed one or two.
Yeah. And then you're like, darn it.
I know, but I wait until the end to fill in because it's like, you take so much time to grab that color again and then put it back, and then only to find out that you've missed a couple of more. And oh no, I'll just wait until the end.
Yep.
These 310s are
Well, I
easy.
don't think we're going to get any more people in here right now. So if you want to do your draw.
So I need to know who's in here, because I knew there were three. I knew Jill was still here, Wilma's here, and is it Tijuana or how do you say her name? Tijuana? Tijuana?
Tijuana. I call her Tijuana.
If you're all still here, let me know, and then we're going to do the giveaway.
It says there's 8 people in chat.
See, I only see one, so it just says one person. I don't know why.
Really?
Okay, we've got Jill still here. So just the three?
There's got to be more. There's got to be more. They're just not talking.
Oh,
Berta.
Berta.
Berta and quiet.
If you're in chat, let me know, because we're going to do a $50 gift card And if you want to be part of it, hi, Debbie W. Debbie's been lurking. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
There's gotta be more. Come on. Show your hands.
Okay, we
Show
got.
your
I'm
hands.
gonna 1 minute. Let it be known that you're in chat so we can put you in the draw. And I'm going to get a piece of paper. I'll write it on this. They do that. Here, let's use this one. All right. So we just have. So we're just going to do it by numbers. So how about if we go pick a number between 1 and 20, but not right now. Pick a number between 1 and 20, and then we're going to do a number picker. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Do you got the number picker app on your phone?
No, I don't.
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay. So I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 20. And then I'm going to put.
Oh, you're gonna pick a number?
Yeah, I'm picking the number.
Then why do we need the generator?
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
You can do the number.
Yeah,
We'll just
I
start.
picked the number. Oops. Okay, so Lizzie in chat, tell them to start. So pick a number between 1 and 20, and the closest number that doesn't go, is it over or under? That doesn't go under.
The closest number without going over.
Oh, going over. Okay, so closest number going over,
Not
Yep.
going over.
or not going over, sorry. I keep, blah. So come up with those numbers, guys. We only have 3. Jill and Debbie, get your numbers
Debbie
up
said,
there.
Debbie said she didn't want in, so.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Scott.
Scott, put your number in.
Okay, 30 seconds. Put your numbers in. Okay, let's go ahead and stop. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So five people have picked numbers, and here's the number that I have written down. So the person that was the closest to 13, but didn't go over.
Tijuana.
Sorry.
Tijuana with 11.
Yep. Tijuana, you got the $50 gift card. I'll need your email address so that I can get it sent out to you. So, what would be the best way to do that? Are you in the Captured by Radiance Facebook group? If you are, you can send me a message.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. So send me a message in the Facebook group, in Messenger, and give me your email address, and I will get that gift card out to you. Yay! Just a reminder, though, for those of you that are getting gift cards or winning the gift cards, these do not have expiry dates, so you can use them for what we currently have in the store, or you can hold on to them for the new releases.
I would hold on to it for the new releases.
So would I. Only because I know what's coming in. And you also get to pick squares too. So don't forget, we're bringing in squares. In the last release, we don't have squares; those are all rounds. But once we start restocking those, once that time happens, then they'll be also restocked with squares. The orcas, which is called Sunlit Sanctuary, those were restocked, so they're going to be coming in squares and rounds. And did I tell you it's more expensive? The rounds are not rounds. The squares are more expensive than rounds. I never thought that would even be a thought.
You told me that.
But they are a few dollars more expensive than the rounds. So I thought, oh, okay, this is interesting. My name in the store's Facebook group is Deborah. That's my group. So
That totally confuses me.
I'm sorry. I know I everyone gets confused when I say that. But my first name is Deborah. So if you look in Messenger, it'll be Deborah Jene Hawes. Or no, Deborah Hawes Metzener. Sorry. I didn't put Jene in there. I don't think.
Jene's not in there.
Yeah. So look for Deborah Hawes Metzener, and the image would be like my sister calls it a bucket of flowers, but it's actually red flowers in a vase. So that would be me.
I don't feel good today.
You know what? I didn't take my pill like I was supposed to last night. So I'd hate to find out what my blood sugar is at right now, but
I just did mine. It's 7.9, which isn't too bad, but
yeah, I'm gonna. I haven't. I found out that our insurance will pay for the glucometer.
yeah.
In order for my insurance to pay for it, I have to get a doctor's prescription. And
Yeah.
I don't see my doctor until the 29th. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You can't call there and tell them to fax it to the pharmacy?
No, because she was the one that did the blood work. She hasn't seen my blood work yet, so she's going to be it's going to be a shock when I come see her. She has no clue that I got my blood work done.
You know that you're diabetic.
Nope. The last time I saw her, she told me that I was at like 6.1. She said that I was in pre-diabetic stage,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she was hoping I'd lose the weight so that would change. But yeah, that didn't work. That didn't happen. So I'm wondering what my hubby's going to do for me for dinner tonight. Listen to me, I'm already thinking about food. Did you ever have that problem, Lizzie, with yours? Think about food constantly?
Or once you find out you're diabetic, you just want to eat what you can eat.
Yeah. I'm like,
That's
the
what I
last
find.
Friday nights is usually pizza night for us. And I'm thinking, we can't have the pizza. So, because I've lost 10 pounds since I started the pills. And so I asked him, I said, "So what would you like for supper?" He goes, "Pizza." I'm like, oh, God. So we ended up having pizza. Like I said, I completely forgot to take my pill last night. So I had no clue how high my blood sugar is.
Well, I took my second shot yesterday.
Well, are
So
you
my sister, yeah, I'm on Ozempic,
Oh.
which is a once a week needle.
Oh, okay. So it's only the one. Okay. It's not every
Yeah,
day.
no, but I have to do it every Friday. And we went out for dinner last night to an Italian restaurant in London. And my
Oh, yeah.
sister was bragging, "Oh, it's really good," but it was like super expensive. Like
Yeah.
the seafood dish was $27. And
Oh,
she's
wow.
like, "Oh no." She's like, "I'll pay for it. You get the seafood. I'm gonna pay for it. I'll pay for your meal."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Okay." It was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh, no.
It was linguine noodles drenched in olive oil.
Really?
Like there was
Oh,
no sauce but olive oil. And I'm
this.
like, this can't be right. And my sister bragged about it the last time she went to that restaurant that it was so good. And even my sister's like, this isn't the way it was made the last time.
Oh.
And then we said something to the waitress, and she's like, oh, no, that's the way it is. But on the menu, it says a creamy wine sauce. That was not creamy nothing.
No, it sounds like they forgot the creamy wine sauce and just poured nothing but lard on top of your noodles.
I'm like, ugh, the olive oil in that place, like everything with olive oil, I couldn't handle it. It was just too much olive. Like I like olive oil, but not that much.
That
Then I
is,
went to the wash. Then I went to the wash. The hand soap is olive oil, like olive oil hand soap. I'm like, really? These
uh,
people have a thing with olive oil.
olive oil is supposed to be healthy for you, but
Supposedly, yeah.
I don't know about you, but just about every oil to me seems to be, full of fat. So it, I don't see how, other than maybe it's heart healthy, like avocado oil is really heart healthy for you, but it's still fat.
My mom used to make like fish, like codfish,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and she'd boil white potatoes, and then she'd give me the olive oil, and we'd sprinkle it on top of the potatoes, and that's how I ate it when I was a kid. So it's not like I
Yeah.
don't like olive oil, but that was way too much olive oil.
No, yeah, if it's smothered in it, ugh. There's my mother used to cook everything in bacon grease, you know, and
Oh
that
yeah,
adds flavor to
that's
your
not
food.
food.
Talk about a
Yeah,
cardiac arrest
yeah,
to happen at a given moment.
yeah.
But yeah, eating is hard because everything turns into sugar, and that is correct. If you're not careful, that food that you eat, well, especially vegetable or not vegetables, but carbs. If you eat carbs and you just sit and let everything digest but not exercise or at least move around, it'll turn into sugar.
Well, that's what it like when you're diabetic, the sugar gets in your bloodstream and it clogs the arteries in your heart and leaves a plaque behind. And that's what causes you to get heart attacks and stuff.
Yeah,
Is
thanks for
that plaque on
saying
your
it. I'm
what?
like saying that. I'm like, maybe I better go back on the 81 milligrams of aspirin again.
I take that. I just started that.
My doctor put me on that years ago, and then I stopped doing it because I got tired of taking. I hate taking pills. I hate it. But yeah, I think I better
I
start.
I just started it because I was told I have high blood pressure.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, I'm just a walking time bomb over here.
Yeah, I was told that just recently. You're just a walking time bomb waiting to explode. I'm like, oh, thank you. I worked hard for that time bomb. No, I shouldn't joke about it, but you kind of have to. It just kind of, makes you, I don't know, think a little bit differently about it, I guess.
Hmm.
So,
And
anyway,
I've
let's go. And thank you, Lizzie, for joining me today. When are we going to go do our next live?
let me think. We'll do it on my channel, the next one.
Yes.
Um, it could be Tuesday night or Wednesday night.
Let's do Tuesday night.
I think Wednesday night is something going on YouTube with Jen and Crashley. So
So let's do Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, okay.
You want to do the same time?
8:30. Yeah. So Tuesday night at 8:30.
Now,
It's
if you guys
Becky again. I
if
don't.
you guys
I don't.
were in the live last week, head over to that video because I did open up the comments. For some reason, YouTube decided to turn them off. The comments now are open, so please leave a comment if you haven't done it already. Check and make sure your comments are showing up. If they're not showing up, you won't be in the draw because we won't know that you've done it. So I apologize for why YouTube is doing this is beyond me, but the comments are open now for you, and make sure that you put your comments there so that you will be put in the next draw for $25 gift certificate or gift card. Sorry, gift certificate on my head.
Yes.
So with
Well,
that,
thank you for having me.
pardon?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. I hope you feel better.
I hope you have a wonderful birthday.
Thank you. And you guys all take care of yourselves, okay? And we will see you guys on Tuesday at 7:30 Central.
8:30 Eastern.
8:30. So all of you take care, and we'll see each other again real soon. Again, Lizzie, thank you so much. And we're going to say goodbye for now. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.